Volunteer James Saunders, age 22. Volunteer Seamus Catholic, age 22. Volunteer Brad Smith, age 32. Volunteer Stevie Scoggin, age 19. Volunteer Dennis Brown, age 28. Volunteer Jim O'Vanna, age 28. Volunteer Jackie Mealy, age 30. Volunteer Billy Carson, age 32. Volunteer Sean Bateson, age 32. Volunteer Nan Saunders, age 61. Volunteer Patrick Morgan, age 51.
Falter Rove, Allegan Shaw and you. You're all very welcome here today. Akarja, I'm very honoured to have been invited here to say a few words at this commemoration for those people from the wider Bone area who lost their lives over the course of the conflict and those who lost their lives in the struggle for Irish freedom. First, I want to welcome the families of all those who we commemorate today, and I want to pay tribute to you, your friends, your neighbours, and those people from this community who have turned out here to show their support to you and to remember your loss. I've attended this parade over the last number of years as a member of the O'Neill Alsop Memorial Flute Band, and so I know just how important these events are for the families and for the local community. As a community, we gather here to remember all those who we lost, but we also gather here to recommit ourselves to the cause of Irish unity. This is an area that has a long and proud history of resistance. Resistance to the Orange State, resistance to the oppression and the denial of civil and human rights, which goes right back to partition. During this time, the Bone has suffered great loss of life. Scores of local people have been imprisoned and families have been torn apart. Despite this, the turnout today shows that the Bone remains a strong and close-knit community, which demands rights, which demands equality, and which demands a new and agreed Ireland. Akarja, I was only born in 1994, and so I never had the experience, the worst of what you have experienced and what your loved ones experienced during the conflict as a result of the Irish peace process which was delivered by the Republican leadership. But my generation continues to be inspired by the sacrifices of our patriot dead. We commemorate and remember each and every one of them, from Jim Saunders in 1971 and those who followed him, right through to Shawnee Bateson, who died in the H-blocks of Long Kesh in the 1990s. These people give their all to build an Irish republic of equal citizens, an Irish republic that would be sovereign and free. And there are those out there who try to tell us that we should forget the past, who tell us that we should not commemorate our Republican dead. Well, I have a message for them. We will continue to honour our Republican dead with dignity and with the respect that they deserve, just as we respect the right to others to remember their dead as well. We will always stand shoulder to shoulder with the bereaved families of those people who came from proud communities like the Bone. Our loss is no different than the loss that anyone else experienced. I know the impact of loss myself, as my own family experienced it in 1974 when my granddad Terry was murdered by a loyalist death squad. And so I have seen firsthand how the state has denied families the truth. There are families out there who have been waiting more than 4 decades to find out what happened to their loved ones, and that is simply unacceptable, and it must end. The courts must be given the money to hold legacy inquests, and the families must be given the truth that they deserve. And there can be no amnesty for British soldiers. These are people who killed Irish citizens with impunity and are now seeking immunity from prosecutions. Akarja, Ireland is changing. We have come a long way. The Orange State is gone. The status quo is gone. And the unionist majority is gone. The denial of rights to the Irish community, to the LGBT community, to women, and to those people who are seeking legacy inquests is simply unsustainable. We are closer to United Ireland today than we have ever been before. A new Ireland, a peaceful Ireland, an Ireland that has a place for everybody. That is the goal that so many people from this community give their lives for, and we are now in touching distance of it. We must grasp it. Now is the time to see this project complete. At our RDS last week, Uachtar an Sinn Féin, Mary Lou MacDonald said, Republicans don't wait around for things to happen. Republicans go out and get them done. That's the mentality that the local volunteers from this community has. That is the mentality that this community still has today. So we must go out, we must mobilise, and we must organise, and we must do what we can to get our goals achieved. Now is our time. Onwards to the Republic. Gora Melgov.
Gora Melgov, man. Come on, come on, come on,
Thank you, Evan.